Okay, so new topic. What's the topic, guys? Jerry, what's the new topic?
I think we're gonna start with peer pressure.
Okay, peer pressure. So we're gonna talk about things that are relevant to youngsters today. What is peer pressure? Is peer pressure still relevant today? What's the point of it? Like, okay.
So peer pressure must still exist because, you know, I talk to some kids and they talk about stuff that they do, but they don't seem like they came up with the idea or that they're really, you know, comfortable with stuff. But then they end up still, you know, going along with it. So the peer pressure must still exist.
Well, I'll probably say
from my day.
I still get peer pressure.
In a sense, like when we think about peer pressure back in the day, like, hey, come and do this. But now you think that kids are so, you know, cool and they got their own stuff, and you don't think that peer pressure would affect them in the same way that when we were growing up.
Okay,
that's what I mean.
Let's talk about what we're pressured by, because I'm probably still the oldest there, oldest out of here. And when I was back in school, I was peer pressured on jigging class, like not going to class, and even I was scared of that. I was scared of another thing that I got peer pressured about was like smoking, drinking and stuff, and that's why I was still in school. Is that still relevant, or is it like more intense, or you know what pressures kids now, or what pressures us now? Because like Bex, you said that you're just out of your teens, so you know, are the things that pressure us still the same thing?
How you dress?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whether we get an iPad, whether we, you know, do we keep up with the material things? Do we all have our Snapchats, and what do we do with Snapchat and, you know, Twitter or Facebook and what goes on? There's a lot more cyberspace, and I think
like for me, I don't feel like I get peer pressured into stuff anymore. Like I know that I used to pretty badly, especially with people who are really close to me, but in general, like I don't feel like I get peer pressure from people at work or at uni. I don't really feel it. I feel like, you know, there comes an age where I think you become your own person and you're cool with that, and everyone else just has to deal. But I think when you're younger, when you're growing up and you're still trying to find your place and like who you are, your identity, I think you feel it a lot more. I don't know, it's not the same experience for everybody, but I just feel like now, I just want to kind of put the message out there that, you know, you won't feel like this all the time. I think that's what I'm trying to say. You know, when you're younger, you do feel a lot under pressure and you may do things that you regret because of other people that are around you, like cool kids or whatever. But I'm just saying that in my experience, and it may be like that for other people, once you grow up and who you are, like I'm turning 24, I don't feel peer pressure anymore.
Wouldn't you say that the author of your peer pressure's changed? So it used to be kids, but now you take it off TV shows and... But
a peer is someone that is on the same level as you. That's what a peer means.
Yeah.
So I don't
So we're on the same level as TV shows. Is that what you're saying?
Bryce is a celebrity.
I think we're influenced by our friends, but I don't think I feel pressure to necessarily be a certain way or act a certain way because of people that are around me. I feel like I'm my own person.
Like, I don't know about you all, but the reason why I was really succumbed to peer pressure was because of the insecurities I had. I was a chubby kid when I was young, right? And so I just wanted to fit in and have friends, you know, so I wasn't a trendsetter. You know, I wasn't the one to come out and say, okay, this is a new fad for me. This is something that I'm going to rock, and see if someone else wants to, you know, join it and say, hey Jerry, let's wear multicolored socks, and you know, come on, don't be dumb about it, blah blah blah. And I wouldn't start pressuring them because I wouldn't set the trend. Are there still trendsetters there who are pressuring people, or is it, look, everyone's out for themselves, I just want to look good and try and keep up with what society wants us to, you know, look like, rather than, okay, just because, just say Leela wears something and tells me to wear it, I'm gonna wear it because I want to hang out with Leela.
I think it's like about fitting in, like the kids, whoever they think is cool, that's who they want to be like. And so it's not necessarily, like peer pressure can sometimes just be what you're saying, like insecurities, and you see those people and they might not, they like the people that just like what you like, they decide, but it's because you want to fit in, so you do those things. It's not like they're like, come on, wear this, like do that. They're doing it, and you're like, well, I feel like I have to be like that, so they want that they like me, so they want to be with, hang out with me. It's not like, come on, you're a chicken for not drinking. Like no one said that to me ever. Like no one, that's like some stereotype around peer pressure. Like no one said that. It was just like they were all doing it, and I was like, well, I'm the only one not. Something must be wrong.
Because I think when it comes to like, and this is what I think is a bit sad, when it comes to those, you know, the government videos and when they launch it and stuff like that, they really dumb down peer pressure. They kind of really, oh, do it, and you're like, no, it's like, oh, we don't like you.
I don't like. That never happened.
Yeah, it's kind of lame, and I like what you said. It's more about what you feel towards being accepted in the group, and so you will compromise yourself. You will, work out like how you can like spend all this money trying to look like them, talk like them, act like them. But like we'll see what happens, But
But I think like this day and age, peer pressure isn't the same as what maybe we felt as kids, where it was from our peers. Like this year, like this day and age, like everything's so technological, and I think it's more from multimedia, like from popular culture, and it's more that rather than actual people putting pressure on the kids, rather than what they see.
Because when we were kids, you'd go home and then you don't have to deal with it. But now it's like surrounded with who we are, and we all got our phones and.
A good friend of mine.
There we go.
She's quite a bit younger. She's probably about 14. She recently this week just overdosed on a gazillion Panadol and had cut herself and stuff, and she got taken to hospital, and while she was there she was just she had her phone going off, and you can see all the Facebooks come up and all the Twitters, and her messages were going, and even though the minute she did it, she messaged her friend saying, come help me, I don't want to do this anymore, come and save me, but it was still the pressure that had built up over the time that she couldn't escape, even from, she gets home. I think we didn't necessarily have those pressures, that when we got home, Facebook wasn't necessarily there. We had MSN, but you could just turn it off, and it was fine. Having a phone that was constantly going off, or, here and there, we had a 3310s with our snake.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
when it comes to peer pressure, especially for the young kids today, in school, in wherever we are, what are some of the things that we can do? Like, I guess as older teens, as older people who've left school, what are some of the things we can say when it comes to peer pressure? Like, just what's the word?
Individuality.
Individuality. Is that something that's appreciated more? Is it now? No, you still have to be part of this thing. You still have to connect with this, and there is a major influence and importance of being a certain type of person.
I think what Leela was saying before, the feeling of it now is for younger people, it will pass. It gets easier and easier as you get older. And I know that's not real helpful for teens, because they're I just want to get out of it now. But it does get easier, it does. And I guess it is just taking it all as not a challenge, but a personal growth even. I know that, and look at the way that you react to things, and maybe remember that you can be your own person, you can be who you are, and that's okay. You don't need to fit in.
I think the biggest thing for me when I was feeling peer pressure and stuff was when it came to the opposite sex and stuff like that. But I think when you just know who you are and you know your worth, and if you really think about it, all the people that love you and everyone who's around you and that's supports you, they are the people that you can lean on and trust, and they will help you through that. Yeah. So I think it's really important as young people living in the times we do, that we really do support each other and be positive influences and encourage one another when we're going through stuff. So I think that's what really helped me through, my best friends and my sister, when I was really struggling with guys and whatever. They were the ones who reminded me, that it's okay to just be own how you feel and know what you're worth, because you're worth a lot, because God loves you. That's the biggest done deal, full stop, close the door, that's what you're worth,
Yeah.
Okay, do you reckon, how you said at the end, your family loves you, then you get value and worth from your family and your friends, and then you introduce the topic of God loves you.
Yeah.
Do you reckon kids today actually think about that? Do you think that there is significance? If you do think that there is significance, or if you don't, leave a comment, as I was saying. But yeah, do you think it's one of those things that that kids know or kids don't?
I don't know, even I struggle with that. I think everyone struggles with that, and I think that teens, even in this age or whatever, it's harder than what we went through, I feel, a lot of the time, because of what Beck was saying with Facebook and stuff. It would be even harder for them to understand how much God values them. I find it hard, and yeah.
But I think it's also okay to be at that stage, because I know I remember when I was a younger person, and then kid, I don't know what to say, but when I was younger and I'd hear people always say these mad testimonies, I'm well, I don't feel that, and that would kind of pressure me into being down, because I didn't have that kind of spiritual level that other people had. But it's everyone's on their own journey, you're doing your own thing, and just keep true to yourself, like Leela said. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and it really is okay to be different, because nobody is supposed to be the same. The same is boring. It really, really is. Just remember that. and just own who you are, you know, just be cool with that. Once you're cool with who you are, then everyone else will just have to be cool and respect that, and that's what it comes down to.
Said, for those of you who don't know about where they stand with the way God sees them, I read this in the passage, and you can take it how you want it. You can take it or leave it. This is from Psalms 139, 13, 15. For you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Sorry, I couldn't read that properly. It's Psalms 139, 13 to 15. And I like the fact that, whether you believe in a God or not, and whether you have, worth, or you're getting that worth from your family or your friends, it's also always reassuring to know that, that God still sees worth in you. So yeah, that's probably our first episode of, SFTV. If you want to leave a comment on if you think it was good, it was bad, what peer pressure means to you, please leave a comment. Peace.